All right, welcome. Today we're diving into a force that's absolutely essential to pretty much any successful group effort, but it often works so quietly in the background that you barely even notice it's there. We're talking about coordination, what many experts call the very essence of managing. So let's start with a little riddle. What could a world-class symphony orchestra, with dozens of musicians all playing in perfect harmony, and the Dabawalas of Mumbai, a massive lunch delivery service, possibly have in common? I mean, they seem like they're from different planets, right? One is creating high art, the other is a marvel of relentless daily logistics, but believe it or not, they share a very powerful secret. And that secret, that hidden engine that powers both of these incredible operations, is coordination. It's that invisible force that takes a bunch of individual, separate actions and weaves them together into one unified, powerful result. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what it is, why it's so incredibly critical, and how it's actually done. So here's our game plan. We'll start by really defining what we mean by coordination in a symphony of effort. Then we'll dig into why it's considered the essence of coordination. We'll see how it acts as the glue for the 5 core functions of management. After that, we get to look at a real-world masterclass in action, the Dabawala miracle. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with 4 key principles you can use to build your own engine of coordination. Okay, so let's get right to it. What are we actually talking about when we use the word coordination in a management context? It's so much more than just people working near each other. It's about creating a true symphony of effort. This classic definition by Mooney and Rayleigh really nails it, and it gives us all the key ingredients. Let's pull it apart. Orderly arrangement of group efforts. That just means it's not chaotic, it's not a free-for-all. There's a structure, a system. Then, unity of action. This is huge. It means everyone is pulling in the same direction, not accidentally working against each other. And finally, in the pursuit of a common purpose. This is the big why. It's all aimed at hitting that one shared goal. So really, coordination is all about harmonizing and unifying what individuals are doing for a much bigger objective. To really get a feel for it, let's look at its 5 core features. First, it integrates group efforts. It takes all the different skills and activities of various people and departments and gives them a single common focus. Second, it ensures unity of action. This is like the conductor of an orchestra, making sure the strings in the brass aren't playing 2 different songs. It channels all that effort toward the main goal. Third, it's a continuous process. This isn't a one-and-done thing. Coordination starts the second you begin planning, and it doesn't stop, running all the way through every stage of management. Fourth, it's a pervasive function. That means it's needed everywhere, from the top executives down to the frontline workers, in the marketing department just as much as in the finance department. And finally, and this one is so important, it is a deliberate action. Coordination does not happen by accident. It's a conscious, purposeful activity that a manager has to actively build and maintain. It takes real effort. So now that we have a pretty good idea of what it is, let's explore why it's seen as something so special. Why isn't it just another function of management? Why do they call it the very essence? I absolutely love this metaphor, a silken thread. Think about that. It's not a heavy chain or some rigid steel bar. It's flexible, it's strong, and it's continuous. It's this thread that weaves through every single management function, planning, organizing, all of them, connecting them, making them stronger, and turning them from separate pieces into a single cohesive fabric. Without that thread, you just have a pile of activities. With it, you've got a powerful, unified management process. And this diagram here, it illustrates that idea perfectly. You see the classic functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Notice how coordination isn't listed as a 6th separate box? Nope. It's right there in the middle, the central force that binds them all together. For example, during planning, coordination makes sure the goals of the sales team align with the goals of the production team. During organizing, it ensures the structure you create allows for smooth workflow between departments. It's the force that makes sure staffing, directing, and controlling are all in sync. The key takeaway is this: great management achieves coordination through these other functions. Now, when you get that silken thread working, the benefits are just immense. First, it obviously leads to better results, because you're eliminating wasted effort and internal friction. It also promotes economy and efficiency by saving time, money, and resources. It ensures a better use of human resources, which is crucial today with so many specialists in an organization. You need their expertise to work together, not in isolation. It also helps the whole organization meet environmental challenges, because a well-coordinated company can adapt and react to changes much, much faster. And you know what happens when all of this is humming along smoothly? It improves employee morale. People love being part of a team that works well, where their contribution matters and connects to the bigger picture. It builds loyalty and satisfaction.
Okay, theory is one thing, but let's see what masterful coordination looks like in the real world. And for that, we're going to look at the absolutely incredible story of the Dabbawalas of Mumbai.
Just let those numbers sink in for a second. 200,000 hot, home-cooked lunches, picked up from thousands of different homes, delivered to thousands of different offices, and then the empty boxes are returned. Every single day. Their accuracy rating is what's known as 6 Sigma, which means they make fewer than one mistake in 6 million deliveries. And here's the kicker. They do this with almost no modern technology. No smartphones, no GPS, no fancy software. Their secret weapon is a flawless system of human coordination. The journey of just one lunchbox, or tiffin as it's called, is like a perfectly choreographed ballet of handoffs. First, a local Dabbawala on a bicycle picks up the tiffin from a home. At the nearest train station, all the tiffins are sorted by destination using a simple color coding system. A second Dabbawala takes them on the train. At the destination station, they're sorted again, and a third Dabbawala delivers the lunch to the right office at the right desk right on time. And it's not even over then. A fourth Dabbawala comes by later to pick up the empty tiffin and starts the whole process in reverse to get it back home. It's this incredible relay race against the clock, with multiple people and multiple sorting points all working in perfect harmony. And this quote right here, it gets to the absolute core of their culture. For the Dabbawalas, this isn't just a job, it's a service, a duty, and punctuality is everything. The entire system is built on precision timing. If one person is delayed by just a few minutes, it could cause a cascade of failures down the line. But it just doesn't happen. And that really highlights that coordination isn't just about a clever process, it's about a deeply shared commitment to a common purpose. You know, the Dabbawala's success brings up a really important distinction, one that people mix up all the time. The difference between coordination and cooperation. Cooperation is the willingness to work together. It's a voluntary attitude. And the Dabbawalas definitely cooperate, but that alone isn't enough. Coordination is the deliberate structure that management puts in place to synchronize everyone's efforts. Think of it this way. Cooperation is like wanting to play on the team. Coordination is knowing the playbook and the coach putting you in the right position. Cooperation without coordination can be messy, and coordination without cooperation feels robotic and lacks heart. You absolutely need both. So the big question is, how can we build this incredible engine of coordination in our own teams, our own organizations? Well, for that, we can turn to the foundational principles laid down by the brilliant management theorist Mary Parker Follett. They provide a powerful, practical framework that is just as relevant today. Follett gave us 4 timeless principles. First, direct contact. The idea is simple. Coordination works best when people can communicate directly with each other, face to face, instead of sending memos up and down a long chain of command. It's faster and builds better relationships. Second, an early start. You have to begin coordinating right at the beginning, in the early stages of planning. If you bring people in at the last minute, you lose their valuable input and it feels like you're just giving orders. Third, reciprocal relationships. This means you have to recognize that everything is connected. A decision made in marketing will have a ripple effect in production and finance. All factors influence each other. And finally, continuity. This echoes what we said earlier. Coordination is not a one-time event or a quick fix. It's a continuous, never-ending process that needs constant attention. And that brings us to our final thought. As we've seen, coordination is really the invisible architecture behind so many remarkable achievements. From a breathtaking symphony to something as simple as a hot lunch delivered on time. It truly is the essence of management. So the question I want to leave you with is this. In your work, in your team, maybe even in your family life, where is coordination the hidden key to success? And